Okay, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. So from now on, instead of responding to your comments, I'm gonna look at the ones that really stand out to me and respond to them. Since I'm a pretty small channel, I'm probably gonna cover like 90% of your comments in my past videos. God, this is gonna be fun. Also, two things to say before this. I didn't do the memes video because I tried filming it and it just turned out to be so bad. And I just decided not to upload it. And if you don't believe me, just look at this. Okay. I'm not saying that she's a slut. I'm saying that her spawn point isn't in her bed. Okay. C, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I need to delete my channel. And that's why I haven't uploaded in like a week, probably. I don't know. I think so. Anyway, also next week, I probably won't be uploading very much because it's finals week, and so I'm going to be really busy. But I am like around $20 away from getting Camtasia on my computer, so there shouldn't be much of a lack of content. Maybe like for 3 weeks at the most when I go to the Philippines, because I don't think I'll be uploading then, but I might. I might figure it out a way, but whatever. And second thing, I didn't put in how to submit the Smash stuff to the subreddit, so here's that. Also, I forgot to mention that you have to have Switch Online. Okay, also before we start, I don't know any other ways to submit Smash stages or Mii Fighters other than this. Go to Smash Ultimate, post a stage, or make one then post it. Go to Online, go to Shared Content, press X, go to Details, change it from whatever it was to Creator, change the type from what it was to you, press the plus button, choose your stage, take a picture of it and put it on Reddit or whatever social media site you're using, and if you're on Reddit, post it to the Kim Joshun subreddit so I can see it, or post it to whatever subreddit you were planning to post it to, and that's everything. Yeah, I know it sucks, but it's the only bullshit way. Why the fuck did they come out with Smash after Switch Online? Oh my god.
Here it comes! You must save her, my daughter.
Okay, so we're going to start to label this by video, starting with everyone's favorite video. Okay, so we're going to start off with the longest comment on this video, and it's by Horse60. Horse60 posted, "No, he's not trolling. He just likes to hear himself talk big and bad and thinks he's going to influence change when in reality he's not. YD has said, as a fact-given statement, I have owned and fired many SMGs and LMGs in my lifetime. I just happened by this video looking for other content, but when you have a gamer and anime fan and the gamer is subscribed to who, he's owned and fired many SMGs, LMGs in his lifetime. That, my brother, is a flat-out lie. Unless he's won the lottery, filled out to proper forms and licensing to request own military grade and licensing to request to own military grade weaponry. The dude is a bum in my eyes. I'm a gun guy IRL and a gamer and a veteran, and I would never speak such gibberish just to chest thump. I went on his stream last night and confronted him about it. What did he do? Didn't answer a single question. Didn't pipe a single note, because he knew he got caught. I've always told people what on the internet, watch what you say, there might be a smarter brain out there than you. Do they listen to me? Nope. They just tell you to KYS or get cancer or some other fucktardedness they adopted from the cult of personality. In this digital day and age, anyone who is easily influenced will think, "Oh wow, he's so cool for doing that," when in reality he's a bum. The guy The guy has only been on YT for a few years at this printing, 7K subs, and that's some change. Do I take his commentary, and it's really bad commentary, editing, and final product, seriously? I can't. I never did. But I want him to answer for his lies. Any self-respecting man will pony up and say, "You know what, Lance? I made a fucking mistake, man. I shouldn't have said that. Let me recant that." If you're going to be a game critic, instead of saying something that sucks with 20 minutes of "I love listening to myself talk," I need to fill that in with "I'm the greatest," insert self-loving name here, and doesn't think that you can't get called out for inaccurate non-facts, blatantly lying. See, my original lead sentence to my reply to you, or run-of-the-mill standard YouTube diabetes, and when I say that, you've heard it from one person, you've heard it from 1,000 different ways from another. The lag, netcode, I'm sure 99% of mutton chops in gaming have no idea what netcode is, but will, like your boy said, I have owned and fired many SMGs and LMGs in my life, when in the truth you have no fucking idea what they're talking about. I don't know netcode from a toilet bowl. I'll be the first to admit it. You can also know that his commentary is so Captain Obvious of what gamers know about their products. As I've said once, I'll say it again. Common sense is so rare these days, it should be classified as a superpower. In the Army, we have these things called AAR, After Actions Reviews. They're very simple in gathering data. What went well, what went wrong, how we can do it better next time. This is what you need to be doing when you're a gaming critic. Finding the good, finding the bad, and fixing the bad so the bad becomes a part of the overall success of your product. You got to bring up a solution to the ends of a positive result. If not, YG is just going to continue just being some angry kid on the internet, just arguing with another kid who makes shit content and thinks he's the best they is, when in reality he's not doing shit. Okay, so thanks for the tip, because my channel is starting to become a critic channel with comedic stuff every once in a while. This is really going to help me as my channel grows to see what people liked, what they didn't like, and what I can do better. And I'm not just going to tell people that I'm the greatest, which I promise I will never do unless I'm just joking. I really hate the people who say that, because it's not true. But Horse60, you really need to make a video on Young. We need more stuff like this. And also, I'll admit that Young Defiant video probably wasn't one of my best videos. To be honest, like, compared to the videos that I post now, it isn't very good, and I could probably do a much better video on him soon, but it's just, I was kind of rushing, trying to pump videos out, but hey, it's my most viewed video on my channel, so whatever. But I can totally understand all the dislikes on it and stuff. So, but thank you guys for all the support who surprisingly liked it. But anyways, it's all for that comment section, that comment right there, so. But no, then Sam put, Horse60, if you spent more than 5 minutes trying to type out this comment, then I don't like you as a person. Sam, why'd you do that? He was being honest and giving me tips, but whatever. If you don't like people who put large comments on videos, then whatever. And then Horse60 responded, "Hey cunt, here's a quarter. Go call someone who gives a fuck." Great, another argument I don't need. And then Sam commented, "Horse60, go eat a large white anus and have a nice day." Okay, this honestly made me laugh. I was just dying. Okay, the next comment. Samuel Thompson, warning, adult language. Yeah, Sam comments on a lot of my videos. So, Sam, you're the one who tells me to turn down my phone when I'm watching a video where someone's cussing, so just shut your mouth, please. Okay, so Andrea Gonzalez put, "Hey, please react to the Smash one, please." I did at the end of the video. I don't know if it's in another video, but I might have reacted to a Smash video by him. But I don't know if I'm gonna make another Young Defiant video. I don't think so. I might over the summer sometime soon, but probably not. But I don't know. I kind of want to remake that video and just make it better, and delete the old Young Defiant video and make the. But then again, I can't get rid of all those views because those views basically made my channel. But anyways, next comment. Warrior Truth. So, a game like Outlast or Amnesia is for kids. Are you going to let your kid play Japanese games which panders as fandoms? Movies and TV must be for kids. You moron. Well, it's true. I don't think any mature adult is going to be playing video games. Movies and TV are different because it's easy to do and anyone can do it. Video games are basically animation, so animation is for adults too. Don't compare the story from Zelda to Horizon Zero Dawn. The story from Horizon shits on Zelda, and Zelda is overrated. It got a 97 on Metacritic, whereas Horizon got below a 90, and yet here you are trying to say it isn't overhyped? Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time. It has basically the same plot as Horizon, and really, no, it's not overhyped. It died in like less than 3 months, and it isn't praised enough. It revolutionized the Zelda formula, and Horizon is just the same thing. You're in a post-apocalyptic world hunting robot monsters. And also, I'll admit, that was one of my worst videos. It was pretty bad compared to my other videos, like my 100 subscriber special, which you should definitely check out, link in description. Okay, next comment. Dragon Boy 161. If you hit 100, I want you to play Fortnite until you get a win. And also, if you're too much of a pussy, you can play Fortnite STW. I have no idea what STW means, but whatever. No, absolutely not. Well, maybe. Fuck off. Season 9 is just shit. Okay, now onto the Ocarina of Time video. Just put some name here, What are you smoking? Egg rules. That's literally everything for that video. Now on to the Undertale video. David Haggerty. I'll sum up my opinion. Gameplay, 8 out of 10. Story, 9 out of 10. Music, 9 out of 10. Community, 0.000005 out of 10. Agreed 100%. But the community is like negative 1,000 out of 10, and the gameplay is shit. Absolute shit. Probably a 6 out of 10 at best, so yeah. These were in the Smash. This one was on the Smash roster video. Aaron Brody. Shut up. Waluigi was a villain in Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. Aaron, I saw your comment on the subreddit. No, Waluigi does not deserve to be in Smash. End of discussion. Just put some name here. Come on, Nintendo. Where's Ryuko Mayodi from Kill La Kill? Come on, where is that villager from Breath of the Wild? He doesn't even get a little bit of representation. Next video, the endgame rant. Jacob 13. You spelled disappointing wrong. I never thought you to spell. That's why you're so bad at it. You're right. I did. That was a mistake. Things I admit to. I'll get back to that later. Also, thought. Okay. Pranshu sings. Unpopular opinion, but I felt that I wasn't as satisfied as I thought I would as I thought I would be. Overhyped. I 100% agree with you. The time travel is really what killed the movie, and also the hype. The movie just could not live up to all the hype, honestly. Well, the final act was badass even then. There was still some dumb scenes. Captain Marvel. The Jay-Z boy. It's my favorite MCU movie, but I respect your opinion, but I kind of felt like it was too predictable. I can totally see why. Like I said, Endgame isn't a bad movie, it just didn't live up to the hype. It's around the same level as the first Avengers or Thor Ragnarok, and I really did like those movies. I'm just saying they could have done a much better job in it. It's still a good movie, and I can understand why you thought it was predictable too. Vilky Lev. Even the third act was meh. That's also true. The third act was really good in my opinion, but it is your opinion. I can also see some of the bullshit in the third act. Nate F. You did not pay attention to the timeline situation at all. It was clearly explained that this was not quote-unquote time travel. They were traveling to different timelines that would not impact their own at all. There were only 4 large plot holes in the movie. 1. In the same timeline Captain America gets the scepter, Loki takes the Tesseract, presumably to Thanos. That timeline is fucked. Thor took his hammer from one timeline, leaving the timeline's Thor completely defenseless. That timeline is fucked. The Ancient One clearly states that any timeline with the stones removed would be fucked. Therefore, once those stones were returned, why didn't the main Endgame timelines end up fucked at all? Captain America's return at the end. Exactly, and I did point out my mistakes after the outro. Did you even watch the last 4 minutes? Yeah, I'm just gonna cut out my mistakes next time. Okay, this one's gonna be long as hell. Since this one is literally like a 5-page essay, I'm just gonna respond to every single segment in this. Fireboy Studios. For a 6-year-old boy, you have a big sailor mouth. 415. Who calls Marvel the new Star Wars? A lot of critics, actually. Almost every critic I've heard about Marvel is becoming to say Marvel is starting to become the new Star Wars, and I'm too lazy to find those videos again, but I do remember it. 523. Thor killed Thanos because he felt like it was all his fault, for half the living things were killed, so he had to get revenge. And he said, I went for the head because that's exactly what Thanos told him he should have done. And last time I checked, Snoke's death wasn't funny. There were no jokes in that scene at all. You're right, Snoke's death wasn't meant to be funny, but it was because the writers who wrote The Last Jedi were so bad at their job they made the Star Wars franchise feel like a completely different franchise. 546. Okay, how would you have wanted him to get out of the quantum realm? None of the Avengers could have done it because they can't access it, and neither could Captain Marvel. That's the point. He doesn't. They really couldn't have come up with a better way to get him out. This was so lazy. They just wrote themselves into a corner and found a really lazy way to get him out. I don't know what they would do, but these writers have written Infinity War, so they could have come up with a better way to get him out. 559. Yes, the kid was emo. He didn't answer Scott because he was emo and hates everything, not because Scott brought up an emotional subject for him. Maybe he lost loved ones or something in the snap, but I guess he wouldn't understand what it's like to have feelings for others. Fuck off. Just because I didn't like your favorite MCU movie and doesn't suck it off to no one like you do doesn't mean I don't have feelings. Calm your fucking panties. 639. What's wrong with asking for a picture? The Hulk is pretty much famous in their world, and they just wanted a picture. Sure, maybe they lost people they don't care for, but that doesn't mean every human on the planet is gonna act like emo, like the kid on the bike. Some people move on. I realized this. I admitted this at the end. Nobody hyped up 713. Nobody hyped up Captain Marvel for this. If you did, you're kind of stupid for thinking she was going to be the main character or something. Obviously, we were hyped for her to help them after Infinity War, but she did what she needed to do. They killed Thanos, and that's all that mattered. What else was she going to do? Plus, there were a lot of other planets in the galaxy who suffered from the snap. They did act like Captain Marvel was going to be the savior for the MCU, and she didn't do anything besides save Iron Man. And someone else, probably Pepper, could have even done that. She was basically as important as a wooden plank. 729. If you didn't see Captain Marvel's uncredit scene, it wouldn't have mattered. We all knew she was coming from watching Infinity War's uncredits. Yes, but we didn't know what that meant, how she met the Avengers, or any of that shit. 8. They're probably playing Fortnite in 2023 because the Snap wasn't really able to make many other games since half the population disappeared. I do agree it was cringe to watch, but obviously it was because of the crossover between them again. But then again, not many games probably came out during the 5 years. Okay, this I just cannot agree with. Playing Fortnite in 2023 will not happen even if, like, half the population dies. I can guarantee you that. And maybe you're right, but I really can't agree with you. They've got to be playing like better games. They could be playing Smash Ultimate, which they could be playing Smash Melee, but no, instead he's playing Fortnite. So whatever. Well, why would you be playing? Yeah, exactly. Why would you be playing Fortnite instead if you could be playing Smash? They really should have replaced it with Pong. That would have been honestly a lot funnier. This was just really bad product placement. 836. He's overweight and an alcoholic because he still thinks he was responsible for what happened in Infinity War. People gain weight and drink a lot when they're depressed. But they didn't need to do that. It was just a dumb excuse for a joke. 904. Yes, Hawkeye had a wife. That doesn't mean he is no longer allowed to hold another person's hand. And besides, Natasha and Clint are good friends, so nothing would have happened between them. It's not a sin to hold someone else's hand if you're married. But is that not cheating? I mean, wouldn't your wife be pissed off if you were caught holding hands with another woman? Whatever. 921. It wouldn't matter if they killed Thanos as a baby. If they did, it would just create a different timeline where Thanos doesn't exist. But in their timeline, he still snapped, and half of all living things still died. That's pretty much the dumbed down version of what Hulk said. That way you understand. I admitted to this mistake, but how is it that at the end Cap is an old man, and if he was an old man, it would be in a completely different timeline with two Caps. 1019. I'm not even gonna bother saying why your line here is the worst. It's called a joke. Some people aren't gonna think it's funny, but the thing is, we all have our own sense of humor. Mine is just dark jokes. Again, stop being salty and calm the fuck down. 1120. He got the Mind Stone, not the Space Stone. That was a mistake, I forgot. Accidentally said it. So you're basing all your knowledge on time travel on a video game. When they go back to New York in 2012 and they get two stones, it just creates a new timeline, so that doesn't mess anything up in their original timeline. Exactly, but the Ancient One made a whole big deal that if they fuck something up in their timeline is fucked. So what's the point of bringing back the stones if the timeline has a defenseless Thor, no Gamora, no Thanos, and no Nebula, or any of the rest of Thanos' army? It's not going to be the same. 1213. Yeah, you're pretty bad at telling time. That Asgard 2013 scene was not even close to 31 minutes long. It wasn't even 10 minutes long. I never said it was 31 minutes. I said there was about like 20 minutes in the first tower that they could have cut out. The 7 minutes that they had explaining the stones and where they came from, and the scene with Thor talking to his mom. 1326. I already explained this twice, and there's no point explaining it again. Again, I admitted that I didn't understand it the first time through, and also you're trying to tell me they didn't do this to just fill in plot holes and make the time longer. This rule is just such bullshit. 14 minutes already explained. We don't even need to talk about this anymore, so I'm just gonna get rid of these. 1416. Yeah, sure, the plot is dumb, not you or anything. No, it's dumb. They could have avoided the time travel, but they put it in for fan service. There was a completely different story that they could have done without the time travel. The time travel was just a bullshit way of delivering fan service, and even then, they could have gone to better movies. Going to Thor: The Dark World, really, the worst MCU movie, like, of all time. Anyways, 1513. Thor taking back his own hammer doesn't matter because, again, it just creates a different timeline where Thor doesn't have his hammer anymore. But by the end, it doesn't matter because you can clearly see Captain America take it with him when he goes to return the stones. But they never confirm this. For all we know, he doesn't have the hammer because he just left it at home because he didn't need it. 1545. They didn't disrespect Guardians because they didn't mess anything up in their timeline. The movie still literally exists. It still happened, but they did that. Say it with me. Create a new timeline where the Guardians never met. And I like how you say that they just want to disrespect Guardians when all you've been doing is disrespecting this movie. Because this movie could have been so much better, and it wasn't. And also, again, what was the point of bringing back the stones when the Guardians never met, Xandar was never protected, and was eventually destroyed, leaving the two best movies in the MCU literally non-existent? Xandar is fucked. 1605. They didn't go to the Twin Towers, you stupid child. They went to Vormir 2014, not New York 2001. I get that you like terrorists and probably want to be one when you grow up, but that doesn't mean you should just go around referencing one of the saddest days in American history if it was your birthday or something. Again, it's a joke. You might not think it's funny. I get it. People died. It's sad, but we're allowed to joke about sad things to lessen the blow and not cry as much. I make jokes about my grandparents being dead to help me feel better. But then again, my channel is called Kim Jong-un, a pun on a North Korean dictator who's killed probably millions of people. If you're surprised that I made a 9/11 joke, then you honestly have to be kind of a dumbass. 1633. No, you just don't like Hawkeye. Don't speak for every human and say nobody likes him. Hawkeye has no character and basically a cardboard cutout. I might not give a shit about him, but I know a lot of other people don't. In every movie except for this one, he's literally a cardboard cutout. 1638. The Black Widow movie is probably, I don't know, going to be an origin story. But really, are we supposed to give a shit now that she's dead now? 1658. Thanos is always a bad guy. In the comics, he wiped out half the population because he wanted to impress Lady Death. But in the movie, it was different. He had an actual character. He was more of an anti-hero than a villain, to be honest. 1908. Seriously, Doctor Strange's plan was to have Iron Man snap his fingers and kill Thanos. How did you not understand that? It wasn't explained. It was pretty hard to understand because after the end, Doctor Strange doesn't show up to explain his entire plan. For all he knows, he just wanted Tony to die because he hates him. It was honestly never confirmed that his plan was done yet. 1916. It wasn't the same Gamora. You can't just bring them back because then you stole them from a different timeline of the Guardians. I know it wasn't the same Gamora, but it was the 2014 version of her. But it's still Gamora, so that's how she'll be in the next Guardians. 1935. Nebula didn't die when she killed her past self because they sold the Power Stone and it was a different timeline, which means it's technically not the same Nebula. It's confusing it was confusing at the first time, but if you watch videos on YouTube, it starts to make sense. I realized this, and I pointed this out, how I didn't understand that I didn't understand the time travel thing at the end because it was so goddamn hard to understand. 2020. I hope you realize that Gamora went back to her 2014 timeline and didn't stay in 2023. No, they couldn't take a different Tony from a timeline and keep him. They never confirmed this. For all we know, she could just be wandering around to see what's happening in the future. As of now, it's May 3rd, and they haven't confirmed this yet. 21 minutes. I love how you think your ending was better. If anything, you just made it worse. Tony died using the stones because it was the ultimate sacrifice for them, and there was no other way, according to Doctor Strange. Obviously, Doctor Strange gave Thanos the Time Stone for a reason to spare Tony's life. He already knew how they would defeat him, and he knew Tony was the only one to do it. They used Doctor Strange's plan as a lazy-ass excuse to fill in plot holes, and also I'm assuming you didn't watch the last 4 minutes, because I admitted all my flaws that I made. Obviously, you didn't understand this movie at all because many things you said throughout this video. Maybe you should have waited to upload this video, then you could have watched explanations to the movie. And then Sam commented, Samuel Thompson. Fireboy Studios. Great 5-page essay. Listen, dipshit. People have different opinions. And as for calling him 6 years old, you make fucking Lego videos. And if he is 6, you are a goddamn fetus. God damn it, Sam. But yeah, that's true. And since Fireboy Studios was so salty, he responded with this. At Samuel Thompson, I don't remember asking you a goddamn question. If he's salty, prove it to me. Actually, if you didn't even look at the first four, you didn't even look at the first 4 minutes. Here, let me replay them. Okay, right now, I just need to point out that this is my opinion, and you don't need to go nuts in the comments because I didn't like your favorite MCU movie. Really, I really like Guardians 2, and it's still my favorite Marvel movie, even though a lot of people hated that. Did I lose my panties in the comments because someone didn't like it? No! So call me your fucking panties in the comment section. I shouldn't have to put this out, but the fact that the Marvel fan base is fuck all crazy when they hear an opinion they don't like, and they go fuck all ballistic. This is the actual proof that my point is true. So, thanks for proving my point, Fireboy. Anyways, this was just a video to be funny and feature some of your comments. Anyways, in conclusion, Young Defiant jacks off to hentai. The MCU fan base has been proven to be idiots that just get pissed off by negative opinions. I'm Kim Josh Jun, and god damn it, why the hell did I do this? This is gonna turn out to be so bad.